If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Domenick Rosetti is now on the clock. He's got 5 minutes to do some of Baltimore's best sports radio. Have a go.
Hi, hello Baltimore. My name is Domenick Rosetti. I do have a Twitter if you'd like to hit me up. It is at Dom Rosetti, capital D-O-M, capital R-O-S-E-T-T-I. And I'm going to give you just a couple of my thoughts about the Orioles, some stats for tonight, and I will talk about the trade that we just made. So first off, some stats. Last year, the Orioles went 6-2 against the White Sox, which is very good. And now some stats on our players. Chris Davis, he is first in Major League Baseball with 31 home runs. He's just having a tremendous year. He is second in majors with 80 RBIs, behind Miguel Cabrera, who has 82. So if Chris Davis has a great series against the White Sox, he may possibly take the lead in RBIs. And he also has 25 doubles, tied third in majors, second in the American League behind, well, you all know him, Manny Machado, first in majors with 38 doubles. He is on pace to hit 74, which will beat the current record of 67 held by Earl Webb. And I just like to talk about Manny Machado, his great defense. He came up as a shortstop. So he only played maybe 1 or 2 games in third base in the minors, and then got called up and has been playing third base for the Orioles every single day. And he's just making plays that are just unbelievable. And he's playing like an all-star third baseman. He's behind Cabrera in the all-star voting. And last year, one of the plays that, well, I think the best in his young career so far is that when he it was against the Tampa Bay Rays. I was actually at the game last year. He got a ground ball. He faked the throw to first base and then tossed it to Hardy, who was covering third. Hardy got it, threw it back to Matt Wieters, and Wieters tagged the Tampa Bay Rays runner who was stranded. And what's amazing is that Machado is only 20 years old. So, I mean, he's 3 to 5 years away from his prime. And that, if he's doing extraordinary now, just imagine 3 or 5 years down the road. And our starting pitcher tonight is Jason Hamill, who is 7-4 with a 5.09 ERA. A little high, and I think last year was probably his best year, and now he's possibly regressing to the norm. And as in 7 career games, which will include 3 career starts against Chicago, he is 1-1 with a 3.65 ERA. And his last start was against the Cleveland Indians. He pitched 7 strong innings, only gave up 2 runs, but it was depressing when we lost when Jim Johnson gave up that save, was blown save. And now my thoughts on Jim Johnson. He is first in the majors with 28 saves and 33 opportunities. He does have 5 blown saves with a 3.92 ERA, which is a little high for a closer that you'd like to have. But, I mean, Jim Johnson has done well in pitching for us, and I like to see him go. You know, everyone does have a bad day. You know, everyone does. Now, what I think about the trade, we did trade Jake Arrieta and Pedro Strop to the Cubs for Scott Feldman and backup catcher Steve Clevinger. Scott Feldman on the year is 7-6 with a 3.46 ERA. I believe he is an innings eater, 5 to 7 innings, and adds a veteran presence to the rotation along with Jason Hamill. And he was released by the Rangers in the offseason before this year, and he signed with the Cubs for a one-year, $6 million contract. And I saw that our starter for Thursday was to be announced, but I think with this addition, Scott Feldman can possibly start this Thursday, because he was actually supposed to start tonight against the A's, but possibly his start might be pushed back 2 days. And we just activated Nolan Reimold from the disabled list, and we won't have to make a roster move to accommodate Feldman until tomorrow. So it's a possibility he will go down. Maybe Gosman will go down. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you that. Buck, I believe in Buck. He's doing everything he can, and I believe what he does will work out. And we should keep Valencia, because we're facing all lefties in the series. And the reason we got Danny Valencia is because he was amazing. He tore up left-handed starters. So I believe we should keep Valencia. A possibility Gosman might go down. And with the lineup today, I don't know what it is, but it's a question mark, because usually McLeod would he has started some left field against left-handers. He did great in his final at bat against CC Sabathia. We all know how that ended, and that was bittersweet. And I don't know if Ryan Wold might start in left field tonight, or Danny Valencia might DH. Brian Roberts might start at second base, or Castillo will start at second base. There's a lot of question marks that will be going on tonight. And I would just like to thank everyone for letting me. Thank you, Nestor, for letting me join today. Let me join this Baltimore Sports Media competition. I'm Domenick Rosetti, and you're listening to WNSD. Good afternoon, Baltimore, and enjoy tonight's game.
Good job, Dom.
Thank you.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.